Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Wednesday. We got 11 matchups on this NBA slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. If you guys aren't already in my private Discord, love to have you guys in there where I post my plays every day that I'm running. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Big slate today. We've only had, we've had the tournament games the last few days, so not too much action. But big slate today. Starting with the Memphis Grizzlies versus the Detroit Pistons. Grizzlies opening up as a 2-point road favorite with the over-under at 219. Grizzlies coming into this matchup 5-14. Detroit 2-18. Head-to-head Memphis 7-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Memphis coming off a Phoenix loss. Detroit still didn't get a win in the month of November. Already starting out December with a loss to Cleveland. I mean, man, I just really don't know when Detroit's going to get their first one. They got a good matchup against Memphis here today, but Memphis, they're 7-1 covering on the road against Detroit, 7-1 against Detroit. So, man, they've been really good against Detroit here. Detroit hasn't won at home, 0-9 at home right now. 0-11 against the Western Conference. Until Detroit starts getting wins, I just can't trust it here. And I'm going to have to roll with the Grizzlies -2 and money line on the road. Next matchup, we got the Orlando Magic versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cavs opening up as a 4-point home favorite with the over-under at 223. Magic coming into this matchup 14-6. Cavs 11-9. Head-to-head, Cleveland 6-4 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Don't see any crazy injuries here. Orlando coming off a Brooklyn loss, snapping their big 9-game winning streak they were on. Cleveland coming off a Detroit win. Magic still playing very well. I mean, coming off their first loss in a while, but 8-2 covering the spread. 11-5 covering on the road here. I like Magic as an underdog. I mean, man, they've been so solid so far. During their 9-game win streak, they were underdogs 3, 4, 5 out of those 9 games. They were underdogs and got wins. Give me a shot with the Magic +4 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Washington Wizards. Sixers opening up as a 10-point road favorite with the over-under at 240. Sixers coming into this matchup 12-7. The Wizards 3-16. Head-to-head Philly 2-1 in the last 3 head-to-head meetings. Don't see any major injuries here. Looks like Embiid's good to go back in the lineup. Same with Maxey. Remember Embiid, Maxey missed the last game. So they're definitely good. They got both of them back today. Philly on a 2-game losing streak. Not playing that well right now. 2-4 in their last 6. Wizards just 1-9 in their last 10. Philly 13-5 against Washington. So they've been good head-to-head against Washington. Washington 0-6 covering at home. 1-10 against the Eastern Conference right now. And yeah, Sixers getting all their guys back today. Give me Sixers -10 and money line on the road. Next matchup, we got the Brooklyn Nets versus the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks opening up as a 4-point home favorite with the over-under at 243. Nets coming into this matchup 10-9. The Hawks 9-10. Head-to-head, Brooklyn 6-4 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Brooklyn coming off a big Magic win. They did lose to Atlanta 147-145 in their last meeting. What a thriller that game was. Hawks 1-3 in their last 4. Nothing special going on with the Hawks here. This game was a shootout last time. Brooklyn 5-1 covering the spread. 8-4 on the road against Atlanta here. Atlanta 0-6 covering at home. They've been very bad covering the spread. 1-8 covering the spread right now. And I think I'm going to take a shot with the Nets +4 on the road here. Expect that. And that over at 243. We might be in store for another high over-under game as well. Next matchup, we got the Miami Heat versus the Toronto Raptors. Toronto opening up as a 3.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 220. Heat coming into this matchup 11-9. Toronto 9-11. Head-to-head, Toronto 6-4 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. No Bam, RJ Hampton, or Hayward Highsmith for Miami. So yeah, Miami missing some key guys. Miami 1-4 in their last 5, coming off a Pacers loss. Toronto coming off a Knicks loss. Miami 1-6 against Toronto. 1-4 covering on the road against Toronto here. Yeah, I just don't trust this Heat team. Obviously missing Bam's a huge loss, and not the same team without them. And I think I'm gonna take a shot with the Raptors -3.5 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got the San Antonio Spurs versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota opening up as a 12-point home favorite with the over-under at 228.5. Spurs coming into this matchup 3-16. Minnesota 15-4. Head-to-head, Minnesota 7-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Anthony Edwards is questionable. Remember, he's missed the last few games, so be sure to check his status. Spurs still haven't won in over 10-plus games. It's been very bad for San Antonio. Minnesota 8-2 in their last 10 on a 4-game winning streak. They're playing great right now. Spurs 0-6 on the road. 2-6 against Minnesota here. Minnesota 10-1 at home. I just don't trust the Spurs team. I really don't. It's been pretty rough for San Antonio. They've gotten destroyed a lot. They've had a couple close games, but they've had a lot of double-digit losses. And I'll take a shot with Minnesota -12 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Charlotte Hornets versus the Chicago Bulls. Bulls opening up as a 5-point home favorite with the over-under at 221. Hornets coming into this matchup 6-12. Chicago 7-14. Chicago coming into this matchup 8-2 head-to-head here. Charlotte, they've struggled against the Bulls. 2-8 against Chicago. 2-8 covering against Chicago. Obviously, Zach LaVine's out. Charlotte coming off a Minnesota loss. Bulls on a little 2-game winning streak, coming off a Pelicans win. I mean, the numbers are not going to be in favor of Charlotte, but man, I really just don't trust the Bulls, and I'd much rather take a shot. I definitely see this is definitely a winnable game for the Hornets here. I'll take a shot with Charlotte +5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Houston Rockets. Thunder opening up as a 2-point road favorite with the over-under at 226.5. Thunder coming into this matchup 13-6. Houston 8-9. Head-to-head, OKC 2-1 in the last 3 head-to-head meetings. OKC on a 2-game winning streak, coming off a Dallas win. Houston on a 3-game losing streak. They are 2-6 in their last 8 right now. OKC 5-0-1 covering on the road, 8-1-1 covering the spread. They've played very well. The Rockets, surprisingly, right now they're 8-0 at home, 8-1 at home against OKC, which is very interesting here. I just don't know if I can trust the Rockets. I like the Thunder. Then only a 2. If it was like a 5 or 6 point spread, I might be intrigued with the Rockets. But a 2-point spread here, I think I gotta take the Thunder -2 and money line on the road. Next matchup, we got the Utah Jazz versus the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas opening up as a 10-point home favorite with the over-under at 230.5. Jazz coming into this matchup 7-13. Dallas 11-8. Head-to-head, Dallas 7-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. No Jordan Clarkson or Kelly Olynyk for Utah. Dallas, Kyrie Irving, Tim Hardaway are both questionable, so be sure to check their statuses there. Utah coming off a Portland win. Dallas on a 2-game losing streak, coming off a tough OKC loss where Luka put up an amazing performance. Utah 1-5 against Dallas, 1-7 on the road against Dallas, where they've really struggled. And yeah, no Lauri Markkanen, Clarkson, two of their best players. I mean, this has got to be a game the Mavs dominate. In their last games, they've had 2 wins. They have had 2 double-digit wins. So they could definitely cover the spread here. And really hoping Kyrie plays. That would be really nice. And Tim Hardaway get the full squad back together. I just don't see the Mavs losing at home to this Jazz team. Give me Mavs -10 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Denver Nuggets versus the Los Angeles Clippers. Clippers opening up as a 1-point home favorite with the over-under at 226. Denver coming into this matchup 14-7. The Clippers 9-10. Head-to-head, Denver 9-1 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Looks like Aaron Gordon's good to go. Jamal Murray is questionable, so be sure to check his status later. Denver 6-1 covering against the Clippers. They're 8-0 against the Clippers right now. Remember, they beat them 113-104 a few games ago. So they've been dominant against the Clippers. 9-1 on the road against LA. Yeah, wow, they've been very good against the Clippers. Clippers coming off a Golden State win. We'll see if Jamal Murray plays, but yeah, Nuggets just been dominant here. And in a pick'em scenario, give me Denver money line on the road. Then the last matchup, we got the Portland Trailblazers versus the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors opening up as a 12.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 226. Portland coming into this matchup 6-13. The Warriors 9-11. Head-to-head, Golden State 7-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. No Jeremy Grant for Portland or DeAndre Ayton. Looks like Chris Paul and Wiggins are good to go for Golden State. Portland coming off a 5-point Utah loss. Warriors coming off that 1-point Clippers loss. Portland, I mean, look at their spreads. They've been against Cleveland. They were 12-point underdogs. We weren't able to cover that, but they were 12-point underdogs against Pacers. They won that game. 13-point underdogs against the Bucks. Lost by 6. 12.5 points against Phoenix. They lost that one, or got a push, whatever you want to call it. I mean, they've been right around the number. Like, whatever the spread's been, they've either covered it or they've lost, or they missed the spread by like 2 to 5 points. I'll tell you what, the Warriors are not blowing any teams out right now. All of their wins recently have been by 6 points or less. So I do like the Warriors to win at home. Getting Chris Paul Wiggins is going to be nice, but as far as spread goes, give me a shot with the Blazers plus 12.5 on the road, but throw the Warriors in your moneyline parlays at home here. And that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Wednesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Thursday. Have a good one.